Hello out there. Hey, can I try that again? Take two. Hey, welcome to another live broadcast coming to you from Guitar College Incorporated in beautiful Atascadero in Central California on the coast, central coast of California. Just below Paso Robles, Cambria, and just above San Luis Obispo. So I have access to Morro Bay, all the beautiful spots. So anyway, welcome to another live broadcast. Thank you for joining us. I really appreciate it. When you show up, it makes such a big difference to us. So Wes is here.
Yeah, it's working. Everything working. Awesome.
Oh, listen to that. Man, you got a radio voice with that.
Yeah, that's Mike. Got a new mic, so it's definitely not as noisy. I can already tell you that.
Yeah, and plus you got that deep voice going on.
Yeah, my kind of a sore throat thing going on.
Well, that's perfect, man. It sounds good. And Gail's working the board, and so here we go. So what we're going to do today, we've got a special thing lined up for you. Number one, we're going to be talking about this guitar right here. This is a 1968 Super 400, and I'm going to tell you the story behind this. And it's also on the website. We're going to talk about this, and we're also going to talk about the Jazz Festival. We've got 2 exciting new guests coming, and you're going to want to hear about that. Also, we're going to talk to Mike Dana. Mike Dana, one of the most gifted teachers I know. The guy was nominated for a Grammy for teaching. Who? Do you know anybody like that? So anyway, yeah, not only that, he's a fantastic guitar player. So we're going to talk about that. What else are we going to talk about, Wes? We're going to talk about the new Eagle that we have up on the board there. And we'll play a couple Christmas tunes. Christmas, man, is coming. Oh, my gosh.
Yeah.
So I surprised your mother the other day. I said, I was thinking about it, and I'm thinking, I wonder how many Christmases we have left,
That's fun.
I know that's morbid, but I thought I surprised your mother because usually I bellyache about getting all the Christmas decorations out of storage. But I said, honey, let's go get the tree and all the decorations. So she was stunned. And so we went and got it. We set up our tree already. So we've been slowly, she's been putting out decorations and stuff, and it's Christmas all over the place at our house already. Last year, we had 2 little twin boys, 3 years old, or 2.5, around, so you couldn't really have a whole lot out there because they would get into everything. So anyway. So yeah, Christmas is coming. The goose is getting fat. So time to start learning those Christmas tunes.
Yeah. Better get a jump on that because you only got a few more weeks to nail those things down.
I know. Tell me about it.
Yeah, Thanksgiving next week. So is that right?
That's
week?
right.
Yeah, next week. So
there'll no live stream next week.
Yeah, no Thanksgiving live stream. I'm sure everyone's going to be running around doing stuff. So
yep.
Yeah.
Yep. So who do we got viewing here, Wes? It looks like we got quite a few people. That's nice.
Yeah,
Thank you so
Alan
much.
Blake is here. Alan says, I'd take that Johnny Smith, too, that George played on Brazen.
$1 million guitar?
Yeah. Rob's here from snowy Wisconsin. Big Steve in Olympia, Washington. Eddie Davis up in Rio Vista. Gordon Zoot. Hey, Gordon. How's it going, buddy? He's in the UK. Birmingham. John Burkhart in western South Dakota. Don Spain, what's up? Don,
John.
how's it going? Tilo, how's it going, Tilo?
Tilo, all right.
Good to see you, buddy. He says this is the best guitar community on the internet. I agree. David Bronson in Jacksonville, what's up, David? John Wicks in Saudi Arabia, how's it going, John?
Wow.
Danielle's here. I used to regularly see a guy that played on a big archtop with a guitar on an angle like that old big band players. Mm-hmm. Not quite sure how they played chords with that neck on that angle.
Yeah, they did, though, didn't they? Yeah, so if you have this guitar across your body, the neck is just right in your face. It's like, wow, here it is. And so... It's just right there, which is nice. So if you hold it like this, like Elvis, I have a blue Christmas without you. This is like what he played on the '68 Singer Special, this guitar. But if you play it like that, your shoulder's going to end up hurting. But if you play it like this, believe it or not, you got it across your body, and it's like, wow. So it's not that bad. I'm sorry to interrupt.
Oh, nice. Yeah, sweet. Lachlan's here. Lachlan, how's it going? RB Moments here. How's it going, buddy? Totally,
Jim Rolfe.
Totally Tuberous, howdy from Massachusetts. Yeah, Rob and Jim are here, and
All right.
Kirby.
And Kirby.
James
Kirby
McNamara. Hey, James.
James,
What's up,
how
buddy?
you doing, buddy?
He's out in Dallas. And, Adel. What a beautiful guitar, he says. Richard Jenkins says from Oklahoma today. So,
All right.
All right, buddy.
I'm proud to be an Okie from Wisconsin.
And Robert Goldsmith over in Las Vegas. Hey, Robert. How's it going?
Robert.
Yeah. So,
Bright lights sitting in my soul, gonna set my soul on fire.
So, do you want to talk about the Central Coast Jazz Guitar Fest?
Want to do that first?
It is coming up quick, yeah.
Okay.
So, yeah,
Well,
Central Coast Jazz Guitar Fest, for those of you who don't know, it's our festival coming up on February 28th through March 2nd, the Santa Ynez Valley Marriott. It's going to be really cool. It's going to be awesome.
Yeah.
But we had a couple big announcements to talk about this morning for everyone who's got a ticket. So, yeah, tell them.
Tell them. Okay, here I go. Ready?
Yep.
Guess who's coming to dinner? Guess who's coming? Robert Montgomery. Now you're saying, who's Robert Montgomery? Well, that's Wes Montgomery's son. He's going to come to the Jazz Fest, and he's going to bring some memorabilia. He's also going to bring a documentary that was made. He's also going to. I probably shouldn't say this yet, but he's going to bring some recordings that nobody's heard before of Wes, of his dad. So I think it's going to be really special. We're going to have a little roundtable thing with some of the teachers about Wes, and it's going to be just fun. And I really think it's really great of Robert to really just kind of lift up his dad like that. Hint. So it's really cool, and so that'll be really, really fun. Everybody on this list of presenters here at the workshop owes a debt of gratitude to Wes Montgomery. So now the next person that's coming is, why don't you announce this?
Yeah, so we talked to Mark Whitfield a few weeks ago, and he says he's on board. He's ready to do it. He will be coming to the festival. So we're excited to have Mark. Thanks. We were working with the folks at D'Angelico, since he's the designer of the Soho. So they're gonna get Mark out there, play some of some concerts, and do some classes, and so it's gonna be cool.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and hopefully there's likely gonna be some Sohos out there for you guys to try out. Hopefully we're working on trying to get one to maybe give away. And then they also are going to hopefully have a new guitar possibly out by then, which is just a thinner version of it, their EXL1.
Mm-hmm.
So kind of different. Yeah, or maybe not thinner. Well, thinner and smaller, right?
Well, it'd be like a Birdland then.
Yeah.
Because that's a 17-inch.
Yeah, so anyway, that's coming up at the Jazz Fest too. So if you haven't got your tickets yet, make sure you do. Yeah, like we got 20 plus performers. I just updated the website too, so you can go see the entire list of people. Yeah, a lot of guys on here: Tim Lurch, Bruce Foreman, Mark, Wolf Marshall, who we talked to last week, David Becker, Beth Marlis, John Stoll, Sean McGowan, Adam Levine, Mike Dana. Mike Dana is going to be joining us later today, so that'll be fun. Greg Wachala, Wayne Goins, Jim Fox.
Can you believe it?
Yeah, we got all these guys.
Can you believe it? Brad Revision, Nate Lopez.
The tickets, they go up on December 1st. So if you get there, get your tickets in the next couple weeks. You got about 2 weeks left, maybe a little less. Mm-hmm. Save $40-$50. So,
and make sure you put in the coupon code the person that got you motivated to go to the
Right.
fest, and then you'll get a discount.
Yeah. For instance, if you watch the interview with Mike later, you can use his code Dana
Right.
in the coupon code and get even bigger discount there. So
It'll work out pretty good.
Yep.
Look at all those people. Good grief.
Yeah.
It's just unreal. I feel so blessed that all these people want to participate. That's so nice, isn't it, Wes?
Oh yeah,
I
for
mean,
sure.
Good grief. Come on,
Yeah,
really.
it's going to be really fun. And this year, yeah, it's at our, this is our second year doing it. So trying to do it even bigger and better. And the hotel that you see here is even bigger and better than last year. So last year's hotel was great. It was fun. But yeah, this year's going to be great. So anyway, we'll have more on.
And make sure you book your room through the website. Otherwise, they'll charge you a lot more money.
Right. And the rooms are going by quick for sure.
They are.
They're filling up. So
We just had to get another block of rooms. And so this weekend, by the way, here's another bonus. That particular weekend, Elon Musk is going to be shooting off a rocket out of Vandenberg Airport, Vandenberg Air Force Base. So the people at the Marriott said every time they have a rocket launch, they sell out of rooms. So they said, how many more do you need? So we blocked out another 50 rooms, I think, or something. But so that'll be the other thing is we'll get to see an awesome rocket launch. I mean, come on.
Yeah.
Does it get any better than this?
That's good timing for sure. So yeah, they probably got a really good view of that.
Oh
too.
yeah,
Probably
without a doubt. It's straight across there.
right. So so yeah, hopefully, and yeah, what it's supposed to, yeah, that's on Thursday though, isn't it? Something like that.
I think, is it on Thursday?
I thought it was on the Thursday, but then if that window doesn't work, it would move to Saturday or something. I could be wrong. I don't remember.
I don't know either. But we'll
either way,
have
yeah, you might be able to catch a glimpse of that for sure.
that's awesome.
Yeah.
So so get your weekend passes for that.
Right. Another thing too, before we jump on, just want to give a quick shout out to our free lessons. If you guys haven't gotten a free lesson from us yet, then what are you waiting for? Just go to guitarcollege.com/free lesson, and there's 3 for you to choose from. You can get all 3 if you want, including the Jingle Bells one that everyone's liking so much. So get over to Jazz Guitar or guitarcollege.com, click get a free lesson, and there you go. Boom. Super easy, super fast. So yeah, get over there and do that.
Yeah. Hey, Jimmy Rolfe and Kirby, Dewey and Renee just bought a couple of tickets. So Dewey and Renee are coming. Inside, we all went to school together. So let's get into this guitar a second. You ready, Wes?
Let's see. Wait, there was one. Oh, before we get into the guitar, this is what strings are on the guitar.
Okay, yeah.
Just so everyone knows, get it out of the way. You can get them right there if you want them. Tons of people buy them all the time. They're like our best sellers at this point. We're constantly packaging these things up.
They're for my students.
Yep. So anyway, that's what's on all the guitars that we play, and including this one. So
yeah. Okay, so this guitar, and shoot, I was going to bring out the hardware that came off of this so you could see.
Oh yeah, I wanted to see that.
Hey Gail, there's a little rod, and it's just covered in corrosion. It's on my bench there, and I meant to bring it out, if you don't mind. All right, so this particular guitar it's kind of a weird thing. The serial number says it's a 69. Okay, but it's got the 68 Florentine cutaway. So Mitch Holder and myself were trying to figure out, well, just because the year went to 69 didn't mean they all of a sudden ditched the design. Now, the guitar, when I first got it, I thought, oh my gosh, this guitar is just filled with smoke. I mean, because you could rub it and you get all this yellow off of it, and it's like, usually when you get that, it's like you think, well, that's smoke. However, so I thought, wow, this thing has spent a lot of time in a nightclub. But then I realized that there's hardly any fret wear. I don't think there's any fret wear on this dang thing. So, and these are the original frets. So I'm thinking, well, I think it was probably the pickguard gassing off, which, by the way, oh, thanks, honey.
Is that it?
That's it. There you get a picture of this. That's what that hardware kind of looks like, Yeah, it looks like it's been underwater, right?
Wow.
Yeah. So obviously we had to replace that. You can't clean that up. So we have a new hardware there. And then, okay, the pick guard. So I'm like, the pick guard went south. Now, some Super 400s have this cool pick guard design. So I found this material, and the luthier that I used, which, by the way, will be at our Jazz Fest, Nate, he cut it out and put it together. Now, usually they're bound. Okay, I get it. But this one isn't bound. But, you can, if you want to change the pickguard, be my guest. Now, you saw how ugly this was. That was also the pickup covers, or at least half of them. Okay, so the ones closest to the pickguard, just, that section, just toast. The frets were discolored. I mean, they were like black. I'm like, good God, what the hell? But they cleaned up beautifully. Now, you see all the yellow, all right? It's very yellowed. This particular truss rod cover didn't yellow. It was in the case pocket. Okay, so that's why. The guitar, as you can see, it's yellowed. The varnish is yellowed, cracked over the, and you can see there's little white specks there where the varnish has maybe chipped off or something. But if we look at the back of the guitar, you can see the back of the headstock. You'll see that. See that? Okay. So this guitar is a mystery to a degree. Now, it also has the Imperial tuners, and Imperial tuners weren't put on these. So somebody swapped them out, or it was built with it. But look at the neck. The back of the neck is beautiful, no dings or anything. Look at the back of the guitar. Now, there is cracking in the finish, without a doubt. But look at how, that's pretty damn nice, man. So again, we have that yellowed binding. Binding is all intact. It's, where the varnish or lacquer has chipped off on a couple of spots. I don't know if you can see that right here. But then you'll see underneath there it's a little white, So it goes from white. Yeah, you see that? So, whatever. So, yeah, I don't really know the history of this guitar. It's got a little tiny ding here, a little tiny one. But that's about it. There's no crack in the jack. The tailpiece cleaned up pretty dang good. It's not perfect, but my gosh, it's pretty damn close. Of course, the bridge was toast as well. We have a new bridge. The foot is still the same. I took the pots all out. I have the picture of it there. And cleaned them all, made sure they're all working. But I put the switch in backwards. So sue me. I guess I could twist it around, but yeah, what difference does it make? Okay, so take a look at the neck, on the binding on the neck. Pretty nice, pretty nice. There was a spot that needed to be fixed. We took care of it. Now it does have this, look at this. I don't get this. You don't feel it. And this hasn't been shot over, I don't believe. You don't feel that, but you can certainly see it. I don't get it there. But the guitar has been played, right? You can see some wear right here. But that's good. But the fret wear, like I said, is just really nice. I'm not the biggest fan of these frets, but I must say they are original. So that is the Super 400. And when I plugged it in today into our board, I've been playing it out of an amp. I said to Gail, man, this thing sounds like a Wes Montgomery. Doesn't it? So, now, by the way, this is 1 3/4 inch nut width. Actually, it's not quite 1 3/4, but it's closer to that than 1 11/16. So we'll call it that. Now, I don't know if any of you have ever checked out the prices of these. Hey, Wes, can you get on Reverb and check out the prices of a 68? Any of the ones from the 60s, and you'll see. My God, I just saw one today for $25,000, and I always go with the assumption that you can ask whatever you want. Asking and getting is two different things. So I mean, 18,000. Good grief, 15. No, 250. 25,000. Can you see that hit that one? Is that got that funny yeah, see that has a similar the pickguard? Yeah. Now it's the same material. This one isn't bound. That's the only difference. Yeah. How much they want for that puppy?
35.
35. That's a 62. It probably has the original PIFs.
Yeah.
But isn't that nuts? Now, see, that's 68, but you see it's got the Venetian cutaway. So at this point, I don't know what Gibson was doing, whether should we go with the pointed one, Venetian or Florentine? Which is it? I don't know. They don't know either. They just do it. I guess maybe they had the bodies pre-made and just picked them out. Look at that other one, 23. I put this on our website, and it's. Can you bring that up?
Yeah.
Wait for it. 82. And look at the case. Case is beautiful. And the reason I did that is because I got a good buy on it. I bought 5 guitars from this guy. They all needed to be fixed. And by the way, this guitar had to have the neck reset. So, and Nate did a fantastic, you can't tell, he did a fantastic job. He took the neck off. I don't know how that guy does it. So, yeah, so he had to put that back on and have the angle just right. So it's really set up nice. So, yeah, I got, like I said, a special buy. I had to put some money into the guitar, but that's okay. So there's room if anybody wants it to make some money.
Yeah, that's a really good price though for that for sure.
Tell me about it.
Yeah, that's awesome. So there you go. If you guys, so yeah, you want to play something on it?
Okay, well, I'm gonna play. I'll just play. I'll play a Christmas tune.
All right. Well, and what tune is this?
What is it? It is called The Christmas Song.
Ah, got it. All right. Nice.
Forgot forgot what key I was in. We went to E flat there for a minute there. Okay, so yeah, that's the Christmas song. So there it is. Super 400. Original knobs.
Let's play something on a track with it. One more thing you got?
Well, didn't we already?
Well, way at the beginning. I mean, I don't know. I'd like to hear it with some sort of track, especially since you say it sounds so much like Wes Montgomery.
Okay. Might have to raise the volume of this.
Okay.
Okay, yeah. So yeah, Super 400.
That thing does sound pretty Wessy, that's for sure.
Yeah,
It is.
that's a new adjective.
Yeah, it's nice. I like it. So yeah, if you guys are interested in picking that thing up, again, you can just go to our site and guitarcollege.com/for-sale and check out everything that we have there, which we do have quite a few guitars at the moment. That's for sure.
Yes,
Definitely.
somebody had mentioned that acquired a Super Eagle,
Mm-hmm.
and we've had a couple of those over the years, and he wondered how it would compare to the Super 400.
Right.
Well, the Super Eagle isn't quite as deep; it's 3 inches. But by the way, I do have a Kenny Burrell Heritage that we could compare it to that someday.
Yeah.
Oops.
Yeah, that would be fun for sure. Yeah, that Kenny Burrell's nice.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, this thing turned out good though. I'm surprised. It was in pretty bad shape when you got it.
It was.
Yeah.
Yeah. It just needs some love, man. Come
Right.
on. It needs somebody to take good care of it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. If I was to keep it, I think I'd refret it. But that's just me because I like a taller fret.
Do the Super Eagles have the same body depth as the Super 400?
No, it's 3 inch.
Got it. And that's 3.5.
Yeah, or 5/8. I forget how they measure that.
Right.
It's one of those.
Gary Salima's in the house. What's going on,
Gary!
Gary? Ciao from Laguna.
Gary, I just mailed your
Chavarina.
guitar the other day.
All right.
Yeah. He bought a
5.
575 brand
Right.
new.
Mm-hmm. That's going to be a Merry Christmas to you there, Gary. That's going to be great. Excited for you to get that. So again, yeah, if you guys haven't, we
Ah, shit. Whoops, did I say that?
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Okay.
And yeah, if you guys missed it in the beginning of the show, Robert Montgomery, Wes Montgomery's son, is going to be coming to the Jazz Fest and bringing some cool stuff. That's fun. Some cool stuff and some recordings and stuff for people who love Wes Montgomery to check out. It's going to be really cool. He's also got a documentary. There'll be some nice discussions there about Wes, and it'll be really cool. So if you haven't got your ticket yet, definitely go to jazzguitarfest.com and check it out. But again, yeah, Robert Montgomery, we're super excited to have him there.
Yeah, we are.
It's going to be a lot of fun for sure.
Well, we got Mike Dana coming up in a few minutes.
Right.
And let's see. Dead air. This is a sick. I said to Wes, look it. I've got this 68 L5. We got a 68 400. I've got a 68 175. I got a 66 Birdland. Maybe we got to bring it all out and let's have a 1966 fest. And then I thought, you know what would top that off is a 1968 Plymouth Roadrunner.
Right.
That would be just perfect. Now this guitar, you guys have seen it many times. I took out the back pickup and we put in this dummy thing. You have a 67 ES335. Does that have the 1 9/16 nut width? I was just curious about that because I like that nut width. Crazy. But this is the Super 400 is 1 3/4 inch nut width. So this particular one though was a 68, and really when I got it, and it still is in, it's not the greatest shape. I replaced this tailpiece with a new one. I was able to get a new one from Greg Delerto, and this is total brass too. And I replaced the bridge, the pickup covers. They were all look like crap. I'm sorry, but I don't care if it's original. But I also replaced the tuners too. Here's my feeling, okay? Have you ever seen a 57 Chevy? When they're just, when they drug them out of a barn, right? You don't leave it like that. I mean, you just clean it up as best you can. But then you put power brakes, power steering. You convert it to, make sure it's 12 volts. You know what I mean? You kind of modernize it a little. Do you really want to keep it stock? I keep all the parts, so if somebody wants the original parts, you can have them. But I find that like tuners nowadays are made so well, as opposed to back then. Although these Imperials are superior to the Claessens that came off of some of the other guitars, like this one, the original Claessen, whatever they're called. And so these are good tuners. They're still working great. But the originals on here, you couldn't turn it. I mean, and then when you did, it was way sharp. And they turn it back. Now it's flat. It just drive you nuts. Whew. Yes, a narrow nut width. I like that. I like the narrow nut. Wes, do you have anything you'd like to talk about before we get started with Gary?
With Mike?
With Mike?
No. I mean, no.
Okay, that's cool. Let's play a song. Why don't you leave this overhead on? I kind of like the sound of it.
Okay.
Whoop. Okay, yeah, it is very acoustic sounding because I've got this mic up here, and you can hear Wes coughing. You okay?
No.
Oh. Okay, you need this?
Yeah.
You need a glass of water?
No.
Okay. So, Mike Dana. First time I heard Mike, well, when I moved to Fresno, Mike Dana was like the jazz guitar player in Fresno. And I first heard him playing with a couple of bands, and I thought, man, he's freaking smoking. And then I heard a real nice album that his group that he was in, No Prisoners, and I heard that album, and I thought his work on that album was just, wow, stellar, you know. So anyway, we got to be friends, and then I invited him to join the workshop. And actually before that, I attended a class of his on big band arranging. So Mike's the kind of guy, you know, he could write a big band chart, he could write a choral chart, you know, he could write a rhythm section chart, he could probably write a symphony if you asked him. He would do commercial cues and things like that, little small films, I think. And so when I went to his class, he was so inspiring, and he taught so well. It was incredible. So I'm like, this guy is really gifted teacher. And so I asked him to come to the workshop, and he has been the mainstay in the workshop ever since he started. So I don't know. It's been about 10 years. I don't know.
Yeah.
But
so yeah, and then at the workshop, of course, these guys play a lot. So we wanted to show you a quick clip here of Mike playing one of the end of the camp concerts. Here you go.
there he is, the one and only Michael Dana.
The one and only.
Ah, how you doing, Mike?
I'm doing great. I'm enjoying this fall weather, and it's getting cold, and
Yeah,
yeah, I'm digging it.
yeah, good. And you got your beard just in time for Christmas.
Ho ho.
Yeah, so you know, a lot of people, people who obviously have been to the camp and have seen some of the videos from camp know who you are, but a lot of these folks on here don't know. that you are a wild and crazy guy. You're kind of funny too, in a weird, perverted way.
Yeah,
And-
well,
yeah.
thanks for sharing. Yeah.
Yeah, you're quite welcome. So Mike taught at Fresno City College, was the chair for the music department. Is that right?
Yeah, I wore a few hats there. I taught there for almost 30 years. I was the jazz studies director, so I ran the big bands and the combos, and I taught like basically any class that had jazz in the title. So I taught arranging there and jazz theory and improv. And for I think 11 years out of that 28, I was also the department chair.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, a lot of meetings.
Yeah. Yeah. Do a lot of people sit on you when you're a department chair?
No, they walk on you like you're a department carpet more.
They walk
more
all
often,
over
I
you.
think.
Jim Rolfe says, "Hi, Mike."
Hey, Jim, how you doing? It's. I hope we see some of the folks from the camp come February, March when at the workshop out here on the West Coast. That's going to be really awesome.
Yes, yeah. So Mike wasn't able to make our Jazz Fest last year because he had some prior commitments, and he was really upset about it. But he had to do it because you're supposed to do what you commit to, right? Unless you live in L.A.
It's always a good thing to do professionally, and it was a month-long commitment of weekends up in the Bay Area for some honor jazz events.
Yeah.
And anyway, so I was really bummed because Cambria is beautiful, and I was excited about the workshop, and having been to the one in Colorado, it's like, oh my gosh, we've got one of these in our own backyard. How awesome, And then I couldn't go. So when Rich gave me the dates for the new one, I immediately put them in my calendar, and it's like, I am not doing anything else except this workshop on that weekend.
Well, that's really great. It'll be fun. Gosh, one of the things, as you know, with the Jazz Fest, you can go around. You're going to be exposed. People are going to be exposed to everybody there, and you can hang out, and it's just a great hang. And teachers are accessible, right? I mean, there's no really, stardom there. I don't care who you are.
Like if any of the folks watching this had maybe been to the NAMM show, it's so big and so crazy and so noisy.
Yeah.
But this is like the faculty is all there, but it's big enough to be super exciting, but small enough that you can talk to people and meet folks and hang out and play a little bit as a faculty person, but also as an attendee. I believe there's going to be like a jam session room,
right?
And how cool is that? So you'll have a couple of faculty guys in there, and some of the people attending the conference, and just it's everything about the guitar that you love. It's the people, it's the instruments, it's the builders, it's the gear, it's learning all this amazing stuff, and it's kind of like walking around Costco. There's just so much to see, and you get little samples of stuff when you go over here and you go over there. So it's going to be great. It's going to be great.
Yeah, it's going to be. And then our workshop is Mike is going to be at our workshop. We haven't nailed down the guest instructor for the workshop in June yet.
Okay.
But Mike will be there, and as you know, Mike, that's a great hang as well.
Yeah, and I gotta hand it to Rich. He definitely picks the cool places to do things, because the summer workshop is up just below you get to when you get to Yosemite National Park. So a lot of the guys that go to the summer workshop, tack on a little extra time, and maybe before or after the guitar workshop, go up there, and then the one coming up in the spring is, I mean, the Central Coast and that wine country. It's just so beautiful down there. So, and not that other parts of the country aren't beautiful too, but
Right.
there's not going to be any snow, and there's not. Hopefully, the weather will be ideal. It's just going to be great.
Yeah, it will be great. And everybody who has studied under you loves you. They all
Aw.
say, yeah, they do. Where's Mike? Where's Mike? So it's like I'm a little jealous. I got to tell a story. Nobody says that about me. Where's Rich? I don't know. Oh, good. I don't care. So I was listening to a recording. Me and Mike, we played together. We don't play together that often, but we do play together every once in a while. By the way, I guess you can't do your jazz. You have a date in December which you couldn't do with your organ trio, so I got a call to do that. But unfortunately, I won't be able to do it either.
Oh shoot!
Yeah, I know. I'd really love to do that.
That organ trio thing is super fun.
Yeah,
It's
through the roof.
The organ, guitar, drums combo is like perfection, I think.
Some people have
as long
said
as
we
you've got
should
the right
get
players,
Marshall to.
and we do, yeah.
We should get Marshall to come to the fest.
I think let's dangle that carrot in front of him, because
Yeah.
man, guys would be lining up to play with the fellow we're talking about is Marshall Gentry, who was actually a student of mine at City College when I first started there. And when I met him, he was a drummer. He's a great drummer, but he's also a killer organ player, and that's not common of a thing. And I never even knew that he played organ. And he not only plays, he plays the heck out of it. And so Gary Newmark, who a drummer friend of Rich's and mine, that a lot of the guys know that do the Yosemite workshop, because Gary comes up and plays drums for that. So the trio is Gary and Marshall and myself, and we have a fantastic time.
Yeah.
It's really cool.
So, did you hear that Robert Montgomery's coming?
I did,
Yeah.
and I got no words.
I told him, I said, Robert, I feel like I'm talking to royalty. I was like so nervous.
Well, for me, and I'm sure for a lot of other guys, but I know for me, we all have our gateway jazz guitar player. There was that one person that kind of flipped the switch, and we go, "Oh my God, this is what I want to do." And for me, it was Wes. And then of course we all have we go through phases where now it's Pat Martino, and now it's Joe Pass, and now it's this person or that.
Yeah.
Now it's Rich Severson, whatever.
Oh yeah.
But that's a coup, man. That you got Robert to come to this is really, really awesome.
That's because of David Becker. David Becker set that up, and that.
Hey, David.
I need
Good
to
job, man.
tell him that. One of the things I was just looking at, Henry J. says, this guy needs to make a record when referring to you. And then he said, now, is this Henry J.? What's your last name, Henry? Please let us know. I just wanted to throw that out there.
It is on my to-do list, and
Yeah.
it's funny sometimes, as a musician, sometimes your own projects are always on the back burner from doing other people's things, but it is definitely on my to-do list.
It has to do with money.
Yeah, if a label comes knocking at the door, I'm definitely available.
Let's see. I could make money doing this project, or I could spend a fortune and a bunch of time doing my own. And have 1 million seller, right? 1 million of them in your cellar.
Yeah.
Yeah, but anyway.
Good one. That's a song.
But anyway, yeah, you should. We both should. So, gosh, Mike, I'm really excited to have you with us. We played together at the Rocky Mountain Festival a couple years in a row, right? Mm-hmm. We got to play together. And that's always a blast. But we also had a trio at one time with Andre Bush.
Right.
And what was it called? The Titans or something like that?
Well,
Yeah. It was
Gary
like,
Newmark, our drummer friend, said came up with this name of the Guitar Titans, and unbeknownst to anybody, he had these T-shirts made with like a Godzilla, with the fire shooting out of his eyeballs and burning up the city. But Gary's thing was always, man, you three guitar players are monsters, and you're like the Guitar Titans. And it's like, well, I don't feel like, But anyway, so that was Gary's thing.
Yeah.
And then we did that with Andre for a while, and then later on with Pat Kelly, and then Rich came up with the Guitar Professors, I believe.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And we did some gigs in the Central Coast area there, and
That was fun. Fun stuff.
and there's kind of a magic when you have a couple of guitar players playing together, because I think there's an understanding of how the instrument kind of works in different situations, and so and I know from playing with Rich, I've probably played more duos with Rich than any other guitar player, and it's just really fun because sometimes we don't even talk about what the next tune is. Like somebody just starts to play, and before you know it, we're into the tune, and then it takes a left turn here and a zig and a zag over there, and it's just really fun, and it's fun to play with players that have good ears, and it's a challenge, and I always learn a bunch. And for me, that's one of the, even when I go to something like the workshop coming up in the spring, like when I went to the one in Colorado, same thing. I went as an attendee, but I felt like I just walked away like such a much better player, because each one of the 20 or so faculty member that you're going to be working with in the spring, each one of those people has a different lens on things. And so one person will be talking about this approach to minor 2-5-1 progressions, and somebody else will be talking about his approach to chord melody or walking a bass line. And everybody has their own different lens on this. And it's great because as a person soaking up all this knowledge, it's like you're having not one heavyweight private teacher or a couple, but you've got like 24. It's really cool.
Yeah. Yeah, it is a trip. You learn so much, and somebody can just present to you one small idea, and it just busts the door open to a whole line of study, and so it's crazy.
And that's kind of my favorite thing. I don't ever go to that stuff looking for, show me a great lick to play on this tune in the third bar of the bridge. It's never that, but sometimes somebody will say, yeah, and when I have an alter dominant chord, sometimes I think about this, and then I go home and I go, wait a minute, that's like pretty genius stuff right there. And then it's almost like, rather than give you a sheet of paper with a bunch of cool stuff on it, they give you a key, and then you unlock with the key this door, and you go in there, and there's like all these cool guitars and riches and treasure, and it's just really cool. So that's what I look for at stuff like this, is to get those keys so that between one year and the next year when I go, I've got a ton of stuff I can work on.
Yeah. The seeds. Looking for seeds. Yeah.
What is it? You give somebody a fish, or you teach them how to fish, right? And so, and there's nothing fishy about this workshop, but I will say that there is a lot of teaching how to fish going on here.
Yeah, teach them how to fish, and then teach them how to wrap fish, in newspaper. Well, anyway, Mike, so if you, any of you out there want to come to the Jazz Fest and meet Mike, please use his code, Dana, his last name, and you'll get 10% off the ticket.
Yeah.
And then Mike will get credit, and we'll know where you came from. So that would be great.
I would love that. And again, well, I guess not again, that's the first time I've said it, but what a cool thing for Rich and Guitar College to be doing, to have something like this in California, and not just any place in California, but the beautiful location where it's going to be.
Yeah.
So I'm over the moon. I'm beyond excited. I'm giddy. I don't even have enough adjectives. It's going to be a fantastic weekend. I absolutely guarantee that. And you'll almost go, this is almost too much guitar. There's no such thing, in my opinion, but this will come close.
It's like going to a donut shop and you don't know when to stop.
Well, Thanksgiving is around the corner as we're doing this interview thing, and so it's almost like the 2 hours after Thanksgiving dinner, where you're on the sofa and you're watching a game and you're going, "Why did I have that second helping, man? What was I thinking?"
Yeah, I hear you. Yeah, and so anyway, Mike is playing a guitar that I sold him. A Eastman T146, I think it is, right?
Yeah, you can kind of see it in the bottom right corner of the screen there. It's always out.
Oh yeah.
In my little workroom here, in my house.
Yeah, and I don't know if it's his fingers or that guitar, but he gets such a beautiful sound out of that thing. I don't know what's going on. It's like, why did I sell that to you?
I've asked myself that same question, Rich, and the answer is I have no idea, but I'm really glad.
What the heck?
You know, like a lot of guys, most of us, I assume, have, more than 2 or 3 guitars, and I've got my Tele and my Strat for that kind of stuff. But when I walk out of the house to play a jazz gig, this is the guitar that, as I'm standing in the hallway, I'm going, yeah, I'm taking this one again.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah. Eeny, meeny, miny. No, we'll just go with Eeny.
Yeah. Very much so.
I hear you. Well, Mike, thank you so much. Do you think we got enough out of Mike here?
Yep, definitely.
Yeah.
Okay.
I really look forward to.
Let him go.
Where are you at? Are you in Fresno today or in Cambria?
Well, I'm in Fresno today. There's a really cool thing in Bakersfield called the Bakersfield Jazz Workshop, and I've a couple of friends of mine that are educators down there are involved with this, and they asked if the organ trio would come down.
Uh-huh.
And so on Tuesday night, they do a thing, and so we did a little workshop kind of thing at 6:30. And then they had a local group play, and we had a chance to visit a little bit. And then we did our concert after that. And so the organ trio just played on Tuesday night. And then I had forgotten that I had agreed to go and help a student guitar player at one of the local schools here in Fresno. But they had it was a 7:30. It was like a 0 period.
Oh, yeah.
And so I got home about 1 in the morning and had to be someplace teaching at 7:30 in the morning. And I just remembered, this isn't as easy as when I was 30.
Yeah. I know what you mean. Because like that gig in covering for you, I wouldn't get home till probably midnight, and then we got to do the live stream the next day, and then I have a gig, and I'm like, I can't do this. Well, anyway, thank you so much, Mike, and for all you've done for us, and for your teaching, and just being the wonderful guy you are.
Aw, gee.
Yeah.
Well, thanks a lot. Back at you, my friend. And I'm sure I'll see you before February, but I'm very much looking forward to that.
Okay. Well, thanks again.
Okay.
Adios.
See you later.
Bye. Well, there you have it, Mr. Michael Dana. Magic Mike. Yeah. You know what's so nice about Mike is he's super melodic. Super melodic. And, so I wanted to tell Mike this, that there would be recordings of us playing together. And I hear this solo and I think, wow, I sound pretty good. Oh, I like that. Oh, wait a minute. That's Mike. Then I hear the stuff that I always do. So he's a great guy to hang out with. So when you come to the fest, make sure you attend his class and get to meet him. Make sure you hear him play. I wanted to say we've had a couple of things on this message board. Henry J. Do a recording. We should do a recording. And Mike, he plays big band guitar. He writes for a big band, and he's got tons of charts for even like high school charts, and as well as college level. So, gosh, he's just a really fine teacher. Not everybody who can play can teach. They're just not built that way, who can play well and teach. But it's rare to find somebody who can teach really well and who can play really well. And Mike's the whole package. So, now what?
Yeah, so again, Mike is like our mainstay guy at the Yosemite Jazz Guitar and Bass Workshop. So yeah, if you guys are interested in that, you got to go check out the video that I made on it. Walks you through what the camp's like, and it's pretty cool for sure. So
yeah. So
check out that website, guitarcollege.com/Yosemite, and you can get all the details on the camp. It's in June 22nd through the 27th, and just a super cool time. People love it. Been doing it for years, and so go check it out.
I see Gerhard is on the message board. He says, "Hi, Mike. Lovely to see you." Gerhard's in Norway. He came to our camp from Norway.
Oh, nice.
William Melton. Hi, William. And William's going to come.
Yeah, he's coming.
So he was an accelerator student. He did really well. But now, and he's so excited about playing jazz. He was like a rock guitar player. He's got a flying V. And he's like, what do I have to do with this thing now? I don't know. So but he's got the jazz bug, and he'll be at camp. Locke has been at camp. Jim Rolfe has always has been at camp.
Oh, yeah.
Pat Evans there. Pat Evans says, "Hey, Mike, FYI, Jeff, at Magin is featured speaker at Town Hall in Fresno on the 15th. Jeff is an orchestrator. He's an orchestrator for like John Williams and these big-time composers. He's got a place in London and a place in L.A. And the orchestra, I don't know if you know what an orchestrator does, but the orchestrator is the guy that says, okay, well, John Williams will sit down and play this little thing. It's the orchestrator that says, okay, let's have the trombone, dun, 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 does that. Let's bring the strings in here. Let's do that. The orchestrator is he's in my opinion, the main man. And so if you're in Fresno, you got to go check him out. I can't believe the list we got here. It's Mark Whitfield is coming.
Yeah. That
is so cool. And Mark and Donovan Raitt, Dave Becker, jeez, Wayne Goins. I've heard him play. Matter of fact, I asked Wayne, I said, Wayne, are you related to John Goins? Because when I was in the Dick Clark group, he was the leader, John Goins. And he said, I don't know, but there's not too many Goins around. I don't know if I'm related to him or not. John Stoll, come on, man, really? Richard Grilly, Adam Levine, jeez, it's crazy. Beth Marlis from GIT. How exciting. How exciting. All right, so I tell you what, I want to get out this Eagle Classic again. You know, I just got an email from Heritage, and they said, do you want another one of these? My first impression was, well, we already got one. And then I thought about it and thought, yeah, we probably do, because these can be hard to get at times. I don't know what's up with that company. I hope to. The only reason I'm going to go to the NAMM show, if I do at all, I got to make sure Heritage comes, because the factory, they're committed to building a certain model, and it seems like they build a bunch of them, and then you'll see a bunch on Reverb, new ones, and then you try to order one later on, and it's like, sorry, sure, you can order one. Give us 2 years. It's like, what? It's like, oh, God. So anyway, hold on, Wes. Wayne Goines is Director of Jazz Studies at Kansas State University. Yes, that's fantastic. I mean, we've got some professional people coming. Sean McCowan is also in charge of jazz studies in Denver at, I forget the school.
Yeah, University of Denver, I believe. Oh, here, shut up.
The guitar is just, these are super guitars, man. And if you want an L5, it's the size of an L5, a little thinner, a little more comfortable. It's got markers on the side, so don't worry, you'll always know where you're at. You don't really need to have the markers on the fretboard. But so that's, one of the reasons I think, they can build these a little cheaper. On their box, it says, America's finest handmade guitar. Eddie Davis says 77 people are watching and only 5 likes. And apparently, if you hit the like, we get a little credit or something. How does that work, Wes?
I don't know, but it helps.
Yeah, every little bit helps.
Yeah, you never know what's behind YouTube's thinking, but yeah, the more you hit the thumbs up button, you can only hit it once, but definitely hit it every time you watch if you can. That'd be great, and make sure you're subscribed to our channel as well.
Yeah, please, 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 please. Remember that tune?
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Don Spain, he's a cool cat. Wayne Goines is a cool cat. I can't wait to meet him. I've only talked to him on the phone. We try to bring in artists that are not only great players, but gifted teachers for our events. Yes. Okay, so let's play something.
So this 2024 Eagle Classic is on our website here. In case you guys are wondering, it's listed up there for $52.99, that's the
Manufacturer list price.
yeah. So
Or the advertised, that's the price that you can only advertise it for.
right. So give us
But
a call.
we could add some perks.
Yeah, we definitely get you a better deal, more value, because you get a year-long membership of the Guitar College Library with it. It's $300 value there. Plus, you set it up yourself, so you get a free setup out of it as well, which is awesome.
Right.
But you can go check out a bunch of photos on the website here, guitarcollege.com/for sale. This and all the rest of them. So go out and check it out.
It is a great guitar. I'll
Yeah.
tell you, my Eagle Classic that I have made, that they made for me, is one of the nicest guitars. I mean, yay be it with which we did last week with a L5, and it's like, they're both wonderful guitars, don't get me wrong.
Right.
But the Eagle Classic is just right there.
Yeah, they sound really close, and for the extra money that you'd be paying for an L5, which could be almost double the price. You're paying around $5 for a Eagle Classic and $10 easy for a L5 these days, right?
Yeah. Yeah,
So-
it depends. Yeah, and then if you
It doesn't seem like it was double the guitar,
No.
when you put them head to head. That, like you said, that Eagle right there sounds just
Yeah.
really solid.
Yeah.
William says one day he's going to get a Heritage from us.
You do have a fine guitar, though. You have that ES 775.
Mm-hmm.
But yes, Williams, get rid of that Flying V while you still can. You know
Yeah.
what? It's time to start playing adult music, William. You're growing up now.
Yeah.
The spandex doesn't quite fit anymore, and the hair is falling out. So it just doesn't look right anymore. So get yourself, sell that thing, and then get yourself one of these.
Yeah. Don't you have a Les Paul you can get rid of too? Something like that?
Which, by the way, I played a gig. Was that yesterday, I think? And it was with this band, wonderful singer. But it was like a dance, so they'd play Fly Me to the Moon and then Let's Stay Together, and those kind of songs, you know what I mean? Dance tunes. So, Wes, I brought that Howard Roberts Fusion.
Uh-huh.
And even that guitar sounded really nice. I mean, I think I liked it better than my 347.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, and the neck isn't so damn long. So we'll talk about that. Maybe next week or something about that, the Howard Roberts Fusion. By the way, Mitch Holder was on here. I saw Mitch.
Uh-huh.
And Mitch said that the Super 400 has a solid back, whereas the L5 has a laminate back. So he was able to tell. Mitch worked for Gibson. He's very knowledgeable about guitars. And so if ever I've got a question, it's immediately Mitch Holder. And I've been trying to get him to come to the Jazz Fest, and someday, dagnabbit, he's going to be there. I hope. Maybe next year. He's just a great guy. Wonderful guitarist. Jeez. Okay. Shall we? Okay, let's play some Christmas songs. Here we go. Get ready, Wes. Whoops. You're not ready.
Well, you need to plug in that thing. There you go. Oh, wow. That is really loud.
That's too loud?
Yeah.
All right, you do the mixing.
Is that from the Instant Christmas thing?
Yeah, did I play that last week?
No, I think we played the Jingle Bells one, right?
I don't know. I was thinking when I was playing that, I thought, did we already do this?
Yeah. Anyway, that's part of a collection called Instant Christmas on the Guitar College Library.
Mm-hmm.
One of 600 or so lessons on there. So get over there, check it out. Instant Christmas, which is a super cool concept. It's just basically those backing tracks, swinging kind of backing tracks that you can
just play single note lines.
Mm-hmm. And
Easy.
interject some solos in there if you want, and have fun. Yeah.
Oh, did you see this? Eddie just wrote, the more likes, the more YouTube suggests your live stream to others who might be interested.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So yeah, hit the like button.
You know, we had a time, one time we put up a video, and it got like in maybe 5 days, 100,000 hits. We're like, how'd that happen? Because usually we get around, 4,000 hits, And so we could not figure it out, right, Wes? I mean, you tried everything. Why is that so? Nobody seemed to know. But YouTube recommended it. Well, how do you get YouTube to recommend and it's like, I don't know. We don't know how to get. It's weird, man. I don't know what to think about it all.
Well, they're constantly changing it too, so it's like,
oh yeah,
that's another thing you're battling with YouTube is every other day something different in their algorithm is different, and you shouldn't do this now, or you should do this. It's They just give you some love sometimes. I mean, it's hard for us when our audience is such a niche like audience,
Right.
It's not like we're talking about health food or something where millions of people are interested in that.
Yeah.
It's like Well,
Rick Beto, he does. He gets. Of course, he
talks about rock music and popular music too. That's where he's well known. So if we talked about pop and rock and stuff, I'm sure we'd have more viewers. But we're keeping it to jazz, which is great. It's great.
Yeah, I know. Which I don't know. I have no idea like what's on the charts now. You know what I mean? I don't even know where you even go to listen to it. So it's crazy, huh? I used to think, oh yeah, I'm going to keep up on all the charts. Yeah, I'm going to be that was about 40 years ago, and I like forget it. You know what I mean? It's just why I guess if you're a studio musician, you gotta do that. I had my fill of whatever studio stuff, I wasn't like Mitch Holder, who was in the mainstream at the time and playing with everybody. I did a lot of B movies and a lot of song demos, and that was a lot for me. Okay, we've got some comments here. Don, how are you? Boudreau. Did I pronounce that right, Wes?
Boudreau. No, you never did pronounce anything right.
Don got a Super Eagle. So Don, did you see this Super 400 here? Just like Elvis was, right? So Don does an Elvis impression. I don't think he uses that guitar because it's such a nice guitar. But Don is also, unlike most Elvis impersonating people, Don can play really well, and so that's so cool. All right, let's see. What is this? Somebody is saying. So your side is 0.27 solid wood. Babe Ruth. I don't. Maple and poplar are great tone woods. Okay. Well, thank you. Anita just said the girls just yelled that I owe them new shoes starting at $400.
No, girls just yelled that I owe them new shoes for staring at your 400.
Oh. Oh, okay.
Yeah. Anyway, you should probably not read the comments. Because
Okay.
it's like,
Well, you read them. Yeah. You get in there.
here's my impression. Don, Boudreaux, bro. How do you say it?
Hey, gang. Hey,
Uh,
Gary Salima. I knew Wayne Goins when I lived in Soho in the 90s when I studied with Lenny Stern, great guitarist. Rick Beato's in the Mafia. Well, let's play something else.
Anita wants to buy the Super 400 is what she's trying to say.
Oh,
But
girls need new shoes.
Christmas is coming up, so it's going to be probably Anita. Hopefully you can do it. We believe in you.
Hey, no worries. It'll probably, guitars I think have a certain destiny. Call me weird, but I think it goes to a person. It's like the guitar finds the right person. You know what I mean? It's weird, but I think that's what I think.
Yeah. All right. Nice.
Thanks. Yeah.
What are you going to play?
I'm looking for a tune here. I'm not going to play another Christmas one unless you really want to. You want it?
No, please no. No, I'm good on that.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
All right, well. I'm looking at the menu, and I'm not hungry. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, well, hurry up then pick something because I am actually getting hungry. And again, this guitar's got these strings on it, the custom blend, custom strings, jazz blend, thick deep tones, fat high notes, strings that play like butter. They're D'Addario Chrome Brights, flat wound, 13, 15, 20, 28, 38, 48. And you'll also get a 10 and a 14 in that pack. But, yeah, flat wounds. So if you're looking for new strings for your arch top, these are the ones.
You come to the right place. I always love this song. Somebody asked what pick I use. Well, these are Gore-Tex.
Tortex.
Yeah, so these are like 1 mil, and I use some of these. They're the same kind of deal. Planet Waves makes a similar one like this. And then I also use this shape sometimes. I like this shape as well. You know, when you're playing and all of a sudden your pick shoots out, which reminds me one time, I remember, I used to get the fake nails. I was playing a gig and all of a sudden my nail got caught in the string and I was like, I couldn't get it out. And then another time I was playing and the nail just goes flying. I was like, this is crazy.
So this is it, right?
Yes, that's it. Where'd you find? Oh, good. Yeah. That's what I use.
Oh, it's not.
I think it's got a real nice.
Is it the one that you use?
Yeah. That's what this white one is. Now there's the 0.88 millimeter, but I don't. I use the 1. I think you can get it at a 1.2 and stuff, but I like the 1 better.
Huh.
Thank you, Butch. Butch, wonderful guitar player, Butch Boyles, right here, and he's coming to the Jazz Fest. Did you know that, Wes?
Yeah.
And Butch, we just finished up with the accelerator program. He was.
Yeah, he did. He just graduated from that. That's awesome.
Yeah. Does he get a certificate?
Yeah, I need to make one. You get him a diploma.
Yeah, and but he was in the Air Force band for 20 years or something, and retired from the Air Force. That's the way to go, man. Get in the Air Force band, and
it's got to be hard.
Do you have to go through boot camp and all? I imagine you still do have to go through boot camp and all that stuff.
Yeah, and I'm sure you do, but
Yeah.
and I imagine there's a lot of people vying for that position.
I would think so. Gail's uncle Ernie was in a band in World War II, and he was a drummer. And so what he said, the thing about it is, it sounds good, for him anyways. You had to do all your chores, everything everybody else did, but then when everybody else went and relaxed, you went to rehearsal. So he was not that happy with the band. But anyway, he didn't have to go into combat, which is nice. Get your ass shot up.
And with Butch graduating from the accelerator program, that means we actually have one slot open. Well, we'll probably have 2 slots open. So if you're interested in checking out the one-on-one coaching program, just head to jazzguitaraccelerator.com and book a Zoom meeting with us, and we'll sit down and chat to see if it's right for you. It does take a commitment, and
Yeah.
it's not for everybody, but maybe it's for you. So if you're wanting to kickstart your learning, this is the way to go. So jazzguitaraccelerator.com, check it out.
Good one, Wes.
Mm-hmm.
God, I forgot what I was going to say. Boy, the mind's a terrible thing, isn't it? Anyway, well, I was going to say something, but I forgot what the heck it was. Let's play another tune, and then let's say goodbye.
Yeah.
Yeah. I want to thank everybody for joining us. It's really been a pleasure. And thanks to Mike Dana.
Gary's asking here, what reverb do you guys use on the Mackie?
Number 5. What is that, Hall? I think it's number 5.
Yeah.
Ay. Hey, let's play maybe, whoops. Oh, Blue Bossa.
Yeah, there you go.
So that particular song is a song that, it's an easy song. What is it, 16 bars? But you can go deep. You can go deep in these songs, deep. And it's part of the jazz guitar improv, the JGI course.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a song everybody's got to know, and you got to know how to play on it. So anyway,
Yeah, jazz guitar improv. This is a great course. If you want to learn to solo, just head to jazzguitarimprov.com. But yeah, it focuses on these 6 jazz standards: Summertime, Blue Bossa, Work Song, Tenor Madness, Doxy, and Tune Up. And yeah, got a cool little site here to walk you through exactly what it is. But it's really structured. Never not going to know what to practice on that one, because you'll just you go right down the line with the lessons.
right down the line, yeah.
Yep. It makes it kind of easy to stay on track with where you're at. And yeah, so check it out, jazzguitarimprov.com. You like all these sweet graphics that I got? You know?
Yeah, man, you like. Whew.
Yeah.
Is that part of that stream thing that you got?
Yeah.
That button thing?
Yeah, and don't forget, guys.
Look at that. Ooh.
Yeah, you got to be able to design that cool stuff too, though.
Yeah,
so.
well, you're getting really good. You're really good at that.
Yeah, buddy. So yeah, don't forget Mark Whitfield's added to the lineup for Central Coast Jazz Guitar Fest. Get your tickets at jazzguitarfest.com. Only about 10 more days, 9 more days to get your tickets on the early bird pricing. So hotel rooms booking up fast, and also gonna have Robert Montgomery there as well. So he'll have some cool stuff about his dad, and some recordings, and some probably stuff you're not going to see every day. So
yeah, or ever again. Yeah.
That's going to be cool.
Well, thank you for joining us, and we're going to see you in 2 weeks. So happy Thanksgiving. I hope you have a wonderful time. Get busy on those Christmas songs. See you later. Thank you again, you guys. Remember, without you guys,